Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're taking a quick look here at Compound, seeing what's going on. And obviously, if you're new to the channel, thanks so much for watching. We're going to take a quick look at this mainly because I get a lot of requests for it on YouTube, but also within my Discord community. So I actually got some community members here that submit requests there every so often. So thank you, Giancarlos, for the request here for this coin. And also thank you to BingX for just an awesome opportunity with my community. We actually have a really awesome Kings Cup Global Invitational coming up here in about 3 days. So be sure to check that out. There's $2.5 million in giveaways for futures trading, and of course a handful of others if you decide you want to do spot, demo, or copy trading as well. So really cool stuff. I think registration between now and the 31st of August is available. So you can take a look at the timeline. All this stuff is linked on my Twitter, as well as, of course, a handful of other resources you can link down below as well. All right, so thanks again so much for considering that. Now what we want to do is look at here at comp, and what we want to typically take a look at is larger time frame stuff. So higher time frame scenarios, because this is a play that's been occurring for a while. In other words, ever since June, at its lowest point there at about $22, the price action shot up and has since retraced majority of the way. Okay, so we need to recognize that. So I have some larger Fibonacci retracement levels drawn up here. So folks might argue that, but I think the larger the time frame, the more distinct and probable these targets can become. Because as you can see here, the price tends to work its way up and have these nice moving averages there, where the price continues to hang out these specific key levels. It's not foolproof, but it is fairly accurate. Okay, so just to kind of preface there as to what you see here on the screen. So let's go ahead and talk about the daily and work our way down. Okay, so first of all, on the daily, we can see here, stuck on stupid just like Bitcoin. Okay, so it's following Bitcoin's behavior relatively close within the last few weeks. Okay, so we take a look at Bitcoin, kind of slowing down and then a massive drop. Pump was bleeding out, and then it dropped pretty significant. It may not seem like a lot, but that was like a 33% drop over 3 days. So definitely something to recognize. But in the big picture, that's smaller than what you'd see on Bitcoin as far as the overall movement, right? So simply put, it's stuck sideways, but the good news is it's stuck at this range here where there's probably likely a lot of volume. Let me actually double check this here too. If we take a look at the volume profile, we can see the most amount of volume accumulation, both previous and current, at this level here at about $42. Okay, so that's usually a good sign to average the price out right where the most amount of volume is. Okay, now good news is that amount of volume should work as a support. We also take a look at the RSI. We are down here closer to 30, so the likelihood of it going much lower is fairly low. Stochastic is starting to swing up with that little bit of momentum we have here, just basically the price averaging sideways, and then money flow index is still low. That said, low money flow index, low volume, we can expect to see a lot of movement in the near future, but we do have a convergence here on the MACD. Now keep in mind, this is more of a natural convergence because of the fact that the price came down and it's just averaged itself out sideways. So don't misinterpret that for a bullish continuation or bullish like, oh my gosh, bullish convergence. We are like rock and roll ready to go. Okay, it doesn't necessarily work that way. It helps when you have a convergence when the price action is actually moving within different ranges. But this has been straight down this whole time, so it's a natural convergence. Nothing to read into, so I wouldn't get super excited. We can see there's some resistance there at 0.618 on Fibonacci, right around $47, because there is two moving averages averaging itself out right there. But do not mistake it. We are definitely below all moving averages, so we're still fully bearish on this coin. There's definitely no reason to get, to go hard, right? Because Bitcoin does correct itself in the near future. It's a good chance this coin will as well. In fact, let's take a quick look at that. In fact, you see Bitcoin, when we wicked all the way down to about 25,300, this coin wicked down to about $40 even. So it is matching that $40 price point pretty well. So we could speculate that $40 is the lowest price point we'll see. Keep in mind, there is some liquidity here as well with that previous drop. And a lot of times you can see liquidity grabs or pulls where the price will wick just below that previous liquidity and then recover itself. So there could be a very decent probability of the price actually dipping down to like the $35 range as a worst case scenario. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's a possibility. Is it a probability? No, not this time. We don't have any distinct reasons to expect that. Just know that if it can get worse, it does get worse. Or no, if it can get bad, it will get bad. I don't know the term there. But bottom line here is it's not always, you want to expect the worst and hope for the best, and try not to be, take a trade on a hope and a prayer. You take trade on good technical analysis, and we don't have anything significantly sticking out at us right now. 4-hour time frame, below 50 in the RSI. MACD is diverging. Not really a whole heck of a lot here to note on the 4-hour. Just as we can say with Bitcoin, it's kind of boring for lack of better terms. A lot of coins are just kind of stuck on the sideways action. If we take a look at the hourly, is there any confirming factors? We can see lower lows and lower highs consistently. And if we compare that with Bitcoin, Bitcoin's going sideways and then slightly up here. So all in all, comp is not performing very well in the overall sense of things. I think we're more likely to see the price come down a little bit further before it comes back up. A possibility of that wick down to 35, but I would say 40 should be the immediate range. But once again, we break down below 40, different story altogether. So my recommendation is to dollar cost average on the way down. If you were to consider a long-term spot investment on this coin, do not put all of your entire portfolio into the bag right now. Half, third, 5-10% of your portfolio, whatever it is you're planning to do with this coin, keep it small because there's more likelihood the price is going to come down with Bitcoin than go up against Bitcoin. That's just kind of what it's showing us here so far. Okay. Good news is we got a lot of volume support at this range. So the probability of the price dropping much lower is fairly low. I do not think we'll see a $23 range anytime soon, but once again, if this 0.786 at $37 doesn't hold, that would be a conversation for another day. So again, $40 to 37 would be a likely retest, I would say, based on what's going on here. If Bitcoin does retrace, we can expect this one to do so as well. Hope that made sense for you and I described that correctly again. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to help us out, jump on over to our Discord, help us grow our community here. A lot of fun, cool stuff that we're doing over there. And then same thing with Twitter, of course, as well. Got a lot of good insight there, technical and fundamental alike. So be sure to check that out too. I look forward to working with you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks again so much for joining me here. We'll see you next one. Take care.